Hello, friends. Happy Selection Sunday. Welcome to day 70 of betting $100 a day every day for a year. We're officially at the 10-week mark of the challenge. Only 295 days to go. How fun. Last night, small losing night. 2-2 for a loss of $4.12. We won't be too concerned about that. That brings our season-to-date record to 126 wins, 139 losses. One push for a loss of $204.80. All right, we got some conference championship games to bet on today before the bracket gets released tonight. And I also have a live bet for the final round of the Players' Championship. So let's get into them. Let's start with the SEC Championship. I bet on Vanderbilt before the tournament started to win, I think at 18-1. So I'll be cheering for the Commodores. Instead of hedging, I'm just going to double down on them against Arkansas. I'll take Vanderbilt minus 1.5, minus 115. A little bit surprised Vanderbilt's not a bigger favorite here in this one. Both these two teams have very similar shooting numbers. They're 23rd and 30th in effective field goal percentage, but Vanderbilt is the far better defensive team. 89th in defensive efficiency for Vanderbilt. Arkansas is 204th. Arkansas, similar to Florida yesterday, doesn't shoot the three ball a ton. The majority of their shots come from 2-point range. And we saw how well Vanderbilt defended the interior yesterday against Florida. They kept Florida shooting under 50% from 2-point range. So I think they can have similar success in that area again today. I'll take Vanderbilt minus 1.5, minus 115 in the SEC Championship. In the American Conference Championship, I'm not going to bet on a side. I'm going to take the total. Wichita State, South Florida, under 149.5, minus 115. These two teams are much better defensively than offensively. They are 243rd and 188th in effective field goal percentage, but 41st and 45th in defensive efficiency. Also, the last time these two teams played, there was just a combined 124 points scored. Now, I will say the other time, I think it was 154 was scored in regulation. It ended up going to overtime and went way over the total. But still, it is the last time these two teams played. They proved that it definitely can be a low-scoring game when these two teams meet. South Florida does play at a relatively fast pace, which is why the total is as high as it is. But I'm hoping Wichita State slows down the game, and defenses end up being the difference maker for both teams. So under 49.5, minus 115 for Wichita State and South Florida. And then we'll head to the final game of the day. It is the Big Ten Championship. I'll take Michigan minus 6, minus 110 against Purdue. I've never been a Purdue believer all season. I don't think they're nearly as good as their preseason hype kind of hyped them up to be. And a lot of it is because of their defensive issues. They're just 158th in defensive efficiency. Michigan is 4th in defensive efficiency. And I think for any team in the country to hang with Michigan, I think you can't really have a glaring weakness. And Purdue clearly does have a glaring weakness defensively. The one weakness Michigan has is they do turn the ball over at about an above average clip. So if at some point during the NCAA tournament they take on a really good team that also forces turnovers at a high rate, I'm thinking like an Iowa State, that's when the Wolverines could get in trouble. Today in the Big Ten Championship, Purdue is 234th in opponent turnovers per possession, so they don't have the ability to really take advantage of Michigan's only weakness, I would say. So I'll back the Wolverines minus 6, minus 110. And then to wrap things up, I got a live bet here on the PGA Tour, the Players' Championship. You got to bet this as soon as possible because this guy tees off in about an hour. Austin Smotherman to finish inside the top 5, ties included, at plus 650 at FanDuel. Austin Smotherman is second in the field in strokes gained tee to green this tournament, behind only Ludwig Oberg, who's obviously has a significant lead heading into the final round and is a big favorite to win. Smotherman has just lost some strokes putting. So if he can continue his ball striking up and maybe just get a couple more putts to drop, he's going to be in a great position here to finish in the top 5. I think his lack of name recognition is making his odds be longer than what they should. And he's not far off. He heads into the final round T10, one stroke back from currently being a top 5 finish. Obviously, there is a huge logjam for T4 right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 golfers at T4. And then another 5 golfers at T10. So there's a log jam near the top of the leaderboard, just behind kind of the top 3 names on the list. So he's going to have a good round for sure. But at plus 650, I think that's worth a sprinkle based on his ball striking numbers so far this week. So Austin Smotherman to finish inside the top 5 at plus 650, $10 on that. Those are my top 4 plays for today's sports betting action. Best of luck to all of your bets. Enjoy the bracket release at the end of the day. Selection Sunday. It's a fun day. Gamble or bless. I'll see you back here tomorrow for week 11 of this challenge.